Welcome into the Cowboys OT. This is also the first word presented by Dr. Pepper. We've got Barry Church. We've got Nate Newton, Isaiah Stanback. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Glad you're with us. Cowboys get the job done. Again, kind of like the matchup against Washington. It wasn't pretty at times, but really the game plan was executed to perfection. You had a little bit of that run game. You had some balance on offense. You had the defense and the pass rush make some noise. Barry, what were your thoughts in the win?
Well, Kyle, they're starting to put these games together, and I'm talking about complete games. And as my guy Nate Newton always says, they're playing complementary football right now. On the defensive side of the football, they're doing everything they need to do. Today, the defensive line showed up in a huge way. They were after Drew Lock from snap one all the way to the fourth quarter. I mean, they showed up with 6 sacks out there as a total for the defensive out there today, putting out there. And then when you look at it, there was plenty of times where they got after Drew Lock and forced penalties. I mean, there was 13 forced penalties from the defensive side of the football alone today in this ball game. They also had a turnover. They won a turnover battle. Interception that was returned for a touchdown. Overshown had one of the best plays I've seen all season long. I mean, tipping that ball in the air and returning it for 6 just shows his athleticism out there. And they were also able to get a sack force fumble, giving their offense a short field to work with. They held New York to 3 of 12 on third down, which means they won the money down defensively out there. So defense, kudos to you guys. Offensively, they showed up as well. They had a balanced attack. Cooper Rush did not turn the football over, so he made good decisions out there. 124 rushing yards. Rico Dowdle with 112 of those things. He was getting busy in between the line. And finally, I can give kudos to that offensive line because they kept Cooper Rush, in my opinion, clean throughout the entire game, had the running lanes open for Rico Dowdle to get busy, and they were also 7 of 15 on third down, so they won the money down as well. Kicking game put in their part of it to this one, but overall, it was complimentary football and another complete game. And don't look out now, but the Cowboys are starting to rally these things together.
You know, the game was physical. It was rowdy. Once again, I want to give Brock Hoffman kudos to you. He got in there. He fought. He did what he had to do. They were able to run the ball when needed to. They didn't have to overdo it. You know, they closed the game out running. The best time to run the ball is when the other team know you're going to do it because that breaks their will. So as the game went on, you know, we didn't hear a lot about Dexter Lawrence. That is the number 2 rated defensive lineman in the league. I think he hurt his shoulder. They got him out of there. They were physical. They was playing a good brand of complementary football, as you said. What that mean by complementary for the offense, the run-pass ratio was great. Coach mixed it up real well. I did not understand that. Going into the half, we're handing that ball off in 4th and 1. We lost 3 points there. But other than that, this team played hard. They played gritty. Once again, special teams was nice. Yep. They didn't hurt us. They didn't do nothing super electric with Speedy Turp, whatever y'all call it. But this team played well, and they can build off of this.
They definitely could build off it. I mean, these guys took care of the ball. And that's the name of the game in the game of football. You don't give the ball away, and you find a way to score touchdowns. And if your defense can help you score some points in the process, that's all. That's all going to be little sprinkles on top of your cake. So that's what these guys did today. Obviously, they went ahead and gave Rico Dowdle the ball finally, and they should have had it even more. But they gave Rico Dowdle the ball over 20 times, and he took care of it. Right? He secured the ball. He ran hard. He gave them consistent play, over 5 yards per carry. This dude's averaging over 4.4 yards per carry this season. You know a little something about running backs running like that, right?
Yeah.
What would you do? You keep giving it to him.
Keep giving it to him.
Keep giving it to him. Okay, so you're running the ball well. You talked about Brock Hoffman and his impact on the game. These guys are starting to figure it out as a cohesive unit up front. Still got some things to work on that left side with some of the young guns. Yeah, they have to figure that out. But you're seeing that impact, and then you heard it from Barry. This defense, those guys are starting to fly around, man, and it's starting to seem like these guys are starting to get a little pep in their step. And there's still some guys that are looking forward to coming back. So if they can start figuring that out on that side of the ball and continue to force turnovers while the offense protects it, you might have a shot.
And one of the things I liked about it most was the fact that New York came out firing. They went down and scored on their opening drive. Drew Lock with that run all the way to the 1-yard line. They cap it off with Tyrone Tracy, take an early lead. That's an indication that Dallas has seen at home so many times this year where a team goes down, scores with ease, and then all of a sudden, where did the Giants offense go? It fluttered off into the distance, and the pass rush was able to find some rhythm. So lots of good things for the Cowboys overall. 27-20, the final score as we continue on Cowboys OT. We'll have some highlights coming up next, but that does it for the first word presented by Dr. Pepper.